Max Fried. 10th start of the season.
And you can see that 3-2 record for him. Really nice batting average against of just .213. 4 home runs allowed so far this season.
No disrespect, Coach, who I'm sure is tuned in the Northeast tonight.
He's listening.
Sinker gets Suzuki 2 away. Well, good start for Max Fried here.
Yeah, he looks sharp. You can see the setup there from Travis d'Arnaud. Now, the Max Fried sinker is not traditional where you get a lot of arm side run. If anything, it keeps it straight because his four-seamer has some of that natural cut to it. Say when Randy Johnson threw a perfect game against us here with the Braves, you don't really want to see it, but you kind of a little bit want to see it.
Swing and a miss, and Max Fried is in his zone right now through the first 5 Cubs hitters.
And this is the cutter at 89 miles an hour located down. And talked about Patrick Wisdom yesterday. Low batting average.
Inning 2, 2 down, 2-2 count. Dansby went, and that will do it. So we played 2 innings. 12 batters have come to the plate, and all 12 have been retired. 3 strikeouts for Fried, getting his old buddy Dansby in the second.
Slider looks good tonight. It's got some pretty big break to it. It's the pitch that he struck out Dansby Swanson on, and he just threw a good one there to Ian Happ.
Did he go? Yes, he did, says Ryan Addison. Already 4 Ks for Fried.
We've seen a pretty good speed differential from the 4-seamer to the 2-seamer. This is the 2-seam fastball. Maybe not where he wanted it that elevated, but it worked out well at 88 miles an hour.
He has 4 strikeouts as well, first time through the order. Now at the top, here's Nico Horner. And another ground ball out. Max covers, good flip, 1 away.
Like 2 hours of sleep because there's rats running around the walls of my room or whatever's going on.
1-2 to Suzuki, and he has a weak swing and a miss. That was nasty. 5 strikeouts for Fried, and that may have been the most impressive.
It was, and again, I mentioned how the off-speed pitches have looked here so sharp tonight for Max Fried. He goes to the curveball this time. We saw Suzuki strike out twice yesterday, once on a curveball, once on a changeup. Didn't look good at all, like some really ugly swings, and there's another one.
Yeah, so 4 strikeouts for Suzuki in the series. He's 0 for 7. Now Bellinger, he also struck out twice yesterday. Here he bounces it to Matt Olson, who flips to Max Fried, and on we go to the 5th.
Kind of dealing with that same anxiety and stress that the guy on the mound deals with. Easier tonight so far.
There's another strikeout. A half dozen already for Fried.
And again, we've talked about the firmness of this slider. Look at the pitch, look at the break. That's 87 miles an hour from Max Fried with that kind of break. There are just certain days where you wake up and your arm feels great. It is feeling like tonight, definitely one of those nights for Max Fried.
Season high for Fried in the strikeout category, 7. He's done that twice. This is a chopper to third. Short charges. Nice sidearm throw. Good play by Zach Short. 2 away.
Outside the one blunder that we saw last night, Zach Short has done an excellent job filling in for Austin Riley defensively. And this is a good one here as he comes running in. You try to get that in the air if you can. You don't want that extra bounce. And he was able to get there in a nice little exchange. And as you mentioned, that good sidearm throw right on the money to Matt Olson.
So
use your imagination.
When nature calls, if it's number 1, he has to use his imagination. But he may have an empty water bottle or 2 out there. And meanwhile, Max Fried now has tied his season high with 7 strikeouts. He made Bellinger look silly there.
Yeah, look where this curveball ends up. Pretty much right at home plate. We know how aggressive Cody Bellinger is.
1-2. And that one gets away from d'Arnaud. They also ruled it a 3rd strike, saying that he went. But he will reach. The run comes home. Still just 9-2, but Fried was having such a good night, now running into some tough luck here in the 8th inning.
And I think for both Matt Olson and Travis d'Arnaud, they did not believe that this was a swing, or at least it wasn't on their radar, because Matt Olson started coming in to get the baseball because Travis maybe did not see it at first. You see him looking around, and so Matt Olson's thinking he's got to go help and get the baseball as you see him start to take off. And even for Madrigal, It was a little bit of a late call there. Ozzy's going to second to cover the bag with the advanced runner, and so just kind of one of those very unusual plays.
Or you just copy it at FedEx. Swing and a miss. So the first plate appearance for Vasquez is a strikeout at the hands of Max Fried.
So all the big league debut plate appearances have yielded a strikeout here tonight for the Cubs. 3 by their pitcher and 1 by a hitter.
And 1 in August against Baltimore that year, 1 in September against the Padres. Both of them were shutouts. That stays fair. Good job by d'Arnaud to jump out and grab that before it went foul.
That's really impressive from Travis d'Arnaud. The ball's going to have some spin on it. Not easy necessarily to field it. But watch him jump out here off the end of the bat. So it is going to spin. It's right there on the line, and make sure to get it before it has an opportunity to go foul. And does it with the bare hand while also trying to navigate around Suzuki. Season high for Max Fried, 109 pitches. He also threw 108. That was in back-to-back starts on the 5th and the 11th of this month.
Softly out to left. In comes Duvall. He's got it. Braves win. Another masterpiece from Max Fried, his second complete game. And the Braves cruise to a 9-2 win here to even the series against the Chicago Cubs.
Even though he gave up 2 runs, it almost didn't feel like it. The way that he threw this game, he was in control from the very first pitch of the ball game. He was efficient. Good note there, as we see now, 3rd MLB pitcher since 21 with 2 complete games before you get to June 1st. And it's been the best version of Max Fried. We have seen it a couple of times this year, and the timing was right after a tough loss last night, and the offense gave him all the support he needed.
That note says it all. You do not see complete games very often anymore in Major League Baseball. And Max Fried now has 2 already in the 2024 campaign. He had that complete game shutout against Miami on April 23rd. And now he's got a complete game victory here against the Cubs on May 22nd.